And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, "I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion." Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at New Orleans. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And of course, Dallas, 3.5 back.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they talked a lot in the preseason about how they wanted to bounce back from last year's disappointment. So far, they look to be on track to do just that.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the point. And for the Mavericks, White and Doncic are the backcourt pair. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. And it's Powell in at the 5, home in the paint. So the Pelicans win the tip. Here's Ball. Well, around this time of year, lots of national broadcasted games, Doris. Does that impact the players, you think, in any way?
I certainly think the guys are aware of the nights they're on national television. Some guys relish, Kev, as you know, the opportunity to play on the big stage. So for the regular season, those nights where you know the entire country is watching, that's a big deal.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ball game. And it's Wright missing. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And here's Ingram from the arc. It's rebounded by Doncic. Now the Mavericks with it. Here's Wright. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Ball against Wright. Right side Holiday. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
And so it's Dallas with it. Now here's Doncic. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Favors. Ball with it. Now Wright defending. Ball against Wright. No good there. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what, Greg? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
And the dunk by Williamson.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. There's the pass to Powell. Outside Hardaway. Here's Doncic. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
You've got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Now here is Holiday. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Phoenix. A baseline J, and it's Williamson missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
To the inside, out to Doncic. Powell trying to free himself up, and Doncic gets it to go. It's a tie ball game.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Now here's Ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix. Shot clock at 6. Here's Holiday. Here's Favors. The kick out to Holiday. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Ingram. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip, and they take the lead. And it's 6 points for Luka Doncic.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Ball with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Ingram outside. Poked away. And Doncic, here we go. And another basket for Dallas.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to Holiday. Shoots over Doncic. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And Williamson doesn't let up consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Holiday against Doncic. Elbow shot. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Doncic against Holiday. Powell pulls it in.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
A wide body off the bench. Dwight Powell gives you productive minutes.
He does, Kevin, and that's most reflected in the plus-minus when you look at his stats. This is a guy who hasn't averaged a ton of minutes, but he scores and he defends at a high level when he's given those minutes.
Impacting the game now at both ends. Zion moves his feet well and can change directions and close out on shooters.
Here's Doncic. That one's not going to go. Pelicans trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Ball kicks to Holiday. Ingram against Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
The 2nd overall pick back in 2016. Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
That free throw missing. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Jackson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Here's Marjanovic. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the 2nd effort.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot. Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And here is Wright. 14 points from him the last game against Minnesota.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide open shots.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Marjanovic.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Now here's Wright. Over ball. Marjanovic passes to Wright. This is his first free throw of the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Hart the pass to Okafor. Clock at 6. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jahlil Okafor. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Hart. Pass to Hayes. All alone. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pelicans trail by 6. Doncic with the steal. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka Doncic making his own opportunity offensively with the defense he plays. Nice.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Here's Hart. The Mavericks making the shot. Outside, Redick. Moore outside. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Redick. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now, Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Kleba. Back to Brunson. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game. Pelicans trail by 8. Now here's Moore. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Okafor. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And he's able to get it back. Clobbered on the shot. He'll shoot free throws. Marjanovic. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And you look at the Mavericks' numbers last season. The need for shooting is obvious.
And I think, Greg, what's shocking is poor shooting is not something you have historically associated with the Mavs. But when you look at it through last season, they took a high rate of threes and a high rate of free throws. And yet, both of those percentages were poor. That's an area for improvement this season.
That free throw, no good. That one is no good.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
And during those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
The 15th pick back in 2017, Justin Jackson, Doris, won a championship, as you know, at North Carolina.
Yeah, Kevin, he spent his first season and a half in Sacramento. Now he gets a new opportunity. Sometimes it's that next stop where young players really find success.
Mavericks making a switch here. Berea's checked in. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Outside Jackson. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jackson's got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here's Redick. Brunson covering. Down low, Okafor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good for Okafor. There's 1:26 left to play in the first. Berea looking for an opening. The floater. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
We talk about multiple efforts on the defensive end, and I thought, boy, that was good old-fashioned focus, team effort. What a win.
Now here's Berea. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. A nice shot by Berea. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Berea against Redick. The pass to Hart. Outside for Redick. Takes a 3. And that one is off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. 20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Brunson. In the corner, it's Kleber. And the 3 off target. Redick against Berea. The drive by Redick. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Able to finish on the drive. Give Redick a lane, and he's more than happy to take it.
The Pelicans have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6.
And throughout his career, Redick has proven to be very consistent, an effective two-way player who gives it his all.
And here's Berea outside. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
So for New Orleans right now, they've got Hart. He's out there with Okafor. Then there's Etuan Moore, and it's Redick in at the 1.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Inside, here's Powell. Pelicans with the rebound. Okafor's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Moore kicks to Hart. The three-pointer, no good. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Pass to Brunson. Dallas, no good that time either. Pelicans trail by 9. Here's Hart. He had 10 points in the win against Phoenix. Powell with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Brunson, good.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Pass to Hart. Moore in the corner. Six on the shot clock. Hayes trying to break free. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Moore.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Brunson finds Barea. Great D that time from Redick. Pelicans trail by 9. Passes it to Moore. Over Jackson. No good from Moore. For Dallas, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Out of Würzburg, Germany, undrafted Maxi Kleber with a strong start, Doris, to his career.
Incredible to think he grows up in the same small town as Dirk Nowitzki, and he first meets Dirk when he's 12 years old. What an amazing story for them to become teammates on the Mavericks. So cool.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Jackson, and it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Ball. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Holiday inside the line and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Dallas leading by 9. Outside Hardaway. Back to Barea. And the pass to Powell. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barea. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
Well, you look at Williamson sitting at the top of the heap. Looks like he'll be planning on an appearance at the dunk contest this year.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with his athleticism. This guy has got the goods, no doubt about it. The hops are incredible, and we'll just have to see what sort of creativity he can apply.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Here's Wright. Derek Favors making his last shot. 6 to shoot. Wright. And the rejection by Favors.
I think you want to see more of this from Derek Favors. You love to see him be aggressive and try to send shots back.
Dallas leading by 7. Right inside, guarded by Holiday. And Wright with the basket on the assist by Barea.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Pass the ball. Lobs it up there for Ingram. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Barea against Ball. Outside Hardaway. From deep. Favors with the rebound. Favors got his 4th rebound in this one. Right against Ball. Now here's Williamson. He's tightly guarded. That one drops for him. Now just a 5-point Dallas lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Barea with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Mavericks making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. Powell the pass to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. They get the rebound. Count it. Good. Porzingis has got his first points in this one.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 6. He feeds it to Favors. And Wright pulls it down. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this, Greg. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
Well, if they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. Doncic against Holiday. Pass the ball. On the wing, Holiday. To end the run, Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Right against Ball. Here's Doncic. And that one goes long. Pelicans trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Ingram. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
First free throw is good. A lot of competitors in this league, Doris, and you've got to be that way to play at this level. And I know you have a list of competitors that you admire a lot.
It's those guys, Kevin, who have that insatiable desire to win. The guys who absolutely despise losing, who it almost hurts. It's painful physically. Giannis Antetokounmpo is driven to be great. He wants an NBA championship. LeBron James has got multiple titles and continues to pursue greatness. What I love about great NBA players, it's never enough, Kevin.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing here by 8. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Passes it to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
But Luka Doncic right now cooking. This guy's got his rhythm, and he's making it hard on the defense.
Ball kicks to Williamson. And that one hits back iron. Dallas leading by 9. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Sunday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Holiday. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Doncic. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Bangs home the trifecta.
Boy, Hardaway Jr. off the bounce, the rise and fire. That's pretty.
Holiday, the pass to Ingram. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Ingram's got 7 points here in this quarter. And so it's Dallas with it. The pass to Marjanovic. Now here's Porzingis. Right outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Favors. Holiday looking for an opening. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Oh, you love to see Favors get high for the slam. What an impressive vertical with that size.
Mavericks leading by 7. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Outside Hardaway. And stolen by Favors. And now the Pelicans on the break. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, how about the grittiness of Favors on the defensive end? Clogs up the passing lanes with his length, and it leads to an easy one.
Dallas has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Pass to Porzingis. Pelicans with the rebound. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And the offensive skill set Williamson has off the charts. And the scary thing is, guys, he's only going to keep getting better.
Holiday against Doncic. Right outside. Pass to Marjanovic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
Jackson, he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for DeLon Wright. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Favors. Etuan Moore comes in for Brandon Ingram. Hart, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Now here's Okafor. An 11-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Doncic outside. Passes it to Brunson. Five to shoot. Okafor comes in with the double team. Brunson kicks to Doncic. That shot missing, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. And it's Moore penetrating, and he hits it to tie the game up. Moore's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
59 seconds left in the first half. Outside Jackson. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Over Williamson. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, that's where Porzingis loves to operate. That jump shot has become a signature weapon, gentlemen.
Pass to Hart. Back to Redick. Fires from deep. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by one. Porzingis passes to Doncic. They get it back. Marjanovic. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Here's New Orleans. They're on a 16-7 run. Outside, Redick. Here's Hart. Gets to the corner and buries it. Hart's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans. That shot is off. It's a tie game in Dallas. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, what have you liked so far from your team, and what have you not liked?
Well, I like the pace of the game. Defensively, I don't like anything that we're doing as far as dribble penetration. Too many things are happening in the lane. We got to protect the basket a little better.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. And it's Wright in at the point.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Now here is Holiday. Kicks it to Ingram. Pass the ball. Right side favors. 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Ingram. The shot missing. Nice D from Porzingis. The Mavericks leading. Out left to the wing. A wide open look here for Wright. That 3 off the mark.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Wright against Ball. And Wright kicks to Porzingis. And the rejection by Favors. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Clock is at 3. It's Hardaway with the drive. And yes, it's good. Hardaway has got 10 points in the game. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Right against Ball. Outside Holiday. Passes it to Favors. Shot from the low block. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 6 points for Derek Favors. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making, but what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now, here's Ball. Now the pass to Williamson. Ingram left side. Over Hardaway. Offensive rebound. And there's Favors putting it right back in. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Doncic against Holiday. Out to Hardaway. Can't hit that one. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Outside Holiday. To the left wing. Here's Ball, and it's denied.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
The kick out to Wright. Doncic with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Holiday with the block. And even 3-on-3 break. Lobs it up for Holiday. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Doncic outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. One and done at UCLA. How about second overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
The Pelicans have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Ball. Ray, you talk about the hype for Lonzo Ball and the pressure. Do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he scuffled at times, but I think the future remains very bright for that young man.
Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Pass to Favors. On the wing, Holiday. He kicks it to Hayes. The 9-foot shot. And that's good off the glass that time. Hayes has got his second basket. Here's Doncic. 20 points for him. Out to the right wing. Right with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Holiday against Wright. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hardaway. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. getting stronger, and that's a problem when he's trying to finish through contact.
Holiday against Doncic. And Holiday kicks to Ingram. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It was such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you. Mavericks trail by 6. Correa, the pass to Kleba. Pass to Doncic. To the middle, down to 5 on the shot clock. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Okafor's checked in. And so here is New Orleans. And here's Redick. 11 points in the game. Ingram outside. Passes to Hart. Stolen by Brunson. Drops in the breakaway layup. Brunson's got 8. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 11. A lucky field goal percentage here in the third. The pass to Hayes. Down low. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Hayes. 16 points for Brandon Ingram.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Mavericks trail by 3. Barea, the pass to Jackson. Pass to Doncic. And Brunson has it in the corner. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. New Orleans leading by 3. Outside, Redick. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 13.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now Barea. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Doncic. Shoots over Ingram. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Inside, here's Hayes. And the rejection by Jackson. The shot's good from Hayes. Mavericks trail by 7. Now here's Barea. That one no good. Hayes the pass to Ingram. A beautiful reverse layup. Ingram's got 10 points in the quarter.
What a wonderful offensive talent this guy is. Ingram showing signs of what's to come.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Barea. Clock at 6. Here's Brunson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Hart. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays. Hits perimeter shots. And the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis has checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Williamson comes in for Hayes. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Ingram. Both good from the line that time.
And a good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Now a moment to see the numbers for Williamson. Just an incredible month of basketball. Putting up about 24 points per, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Bounce pass Barea. Marjanovic finds Brunson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Porzingis for a 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Now here's Redick. Brunson covering. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Barea with a wide open look. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Well, face up and drill it. JJ more of a scorer than a pure shooter, but looks good that time.
Redick surveying the D. A minute 50 left here in the third quarter. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Jackson. Pass to Marjanovic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jahlil Okafor. The Mavericks have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. 1:31 left in the third. Barea against Redick. And the pass to Hart. Fires it up. But they recover it. Williamson kicks to Redick. And the Pelicans miss again. Mavericks trail by 7. Here's Barea. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this is what you have to love about J.J. Barea. Just absolutely fearless and always plays 100% out. That's nice.
The Mavericks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
Well, how about the guy, undrafted, undersized guard out of Puerto Rico? What a career J.J. Barea has made for himself.
.56 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Brunson. Back to Barea. Fires the 3. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Outside, Redick. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hart. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Hart's got 6 in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Mavericks trail by 10. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Barea with it. 5 points in the game. To Porzingis. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. 6 points for Porzingis.
Very hard to contend with a player with the size and touch and well-rounded offensive game that Kristaps Porzingis has.
And we've reached the end of the third. Pelicans lead by 8. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Setting the 4 now for the Pelicans. Zion at the 4 with Okafor at the 5. J.J. Redick is out there with Hart, and it's Moore in at the small forward. Here's Hart. Moore outside. Back to Hart. The 3. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Dallas. Here's Barea, and Okafor with the block. Now here's Williamson, guarded by Jackson. And that one's good, Williamson.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Mavericks trail by 10. Barea, the pass to Porzingis. That's tipped.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
Outside for Redick. Takes the 3. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And here's Barea. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. Another shot. The shape. The free throw drops from Marjanovic. And the Mavericks with some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Wright in for J.J. Barea. New Orleans also making some changes. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Lonzo Ball in for J.J. Redick.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
Now, Wright. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Outside Jackson. Passes it to Marjanovic. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Right inside. He's covered by Ball. Dallas, no good that time either.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And the rejection by Marjanovic. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. And New Orleans also making a change. Ingram, he's checked in for Moore. And Wright kicks to Porzingis. And there's the pass to Jackson. Makes it off the glass.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
Pelicans leading by 12. Ingram left side. Porzingis with the block. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Pass to Powell. The wide open look here for Porzingis. The shot, no good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Pass to Williamson. Porzingis with the steal. Now here's Wright. Rebound by Drew Holiday. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Here's Ball. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 6 points for Lonzo Ball.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Mavericks trail by 14. Wright outside. Hardaway against Holiday. Hardaway, no good.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
The Mavericks shooting the ball at 42%. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes to Wright. 6 to shoot. The shot by Powell, no good. Pelicans leading by 16. It's Ingram on the wing. And the rejection by Jackson. The feed to Wright. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here's Ball. It's Okafor, it's out the key. Back to Ball. And Holiday has it in the corner. Over Hardaway. Almost, but it rolls out. Mavericks trail by 14. Here's Jackson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Too open that time, made it look too easy. And the Pelicans lead by 14.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
The Mavericks shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. And Wright kicks to Hardaway. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Holiday.
Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Jackson. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
Williamson. Okafor, the pass to Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. The dish to Okafor. Kicks to Holiday. Goes up again. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Here's Holiday. Clock at 4. To the inside. Here's Ball.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it. Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Wright looking around. The pass to Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 22.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Zion Williamson.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Porzingis can't hit.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Baseline try, and there's Williamson on the assist from Ingram. And that's 20 points for Zion Williamson. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Right, the pass to Doncic. Goes up on the high post. The Mavericks rebound, but they get it back. They shoot again. Here's Powell, and the rejection by Favors. Doncic against Holiday. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? He loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Got a hand on it. Here's Holiday. He kicks to Williamson. To the middle. Favors. And one of the best defensive big men in the league, Derek Favors.
You're right, Kevin, because he's got the body to play bully ball, but the lateral quickness to deal with smaller players. When this guy gets down in his stance, he can cover some ground defensively.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Favors.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And so Favors nails both of them.
I got to tell you, Kev, I love watching Derek Favors play the game. I think this guy's reliable, and he still has a ton of upside.
Here's Wright. And the rejection by Favors. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Left side, Porzingis hits the jumper in space.
You know, you can expect Porzingis to make a jumper like that whenever he takes one in rhythm.
Pelicans leading by 16. Ball with it. Ingram outside. Back to Ball. It's blocked. Out to Ingram. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Dallas shooting around 41% on the night. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Hardaway against Ingram. Doncic kicks to Wright. Over Ball.
Love the fact that Ball can use his length to annoy shooters. Make sure whoever he's on doesn't get off a clean shot.
Williamson. It's good on the putback. Williamson's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Doncic dishes to Wright. Powell against Favors. Ingram left side. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Wright. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Right side Hardaway. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ball's got his 4th rebound in this one. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Zion Williamson.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Porzingis. Ryan Brokoff's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Lee in for Doncic. Redick against Wright. Pass to Brokaw. And stolen by Redick. Here's Miller. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Right against Redick. And right, here we go. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Kleba. Pass to Finney-Smith. Lee outside. Goes back up. Offensive rebound, but they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, you guys hang your hat on defense. Is this the sort of defensive performance you expect every game?
Yeah, we can. No, they were practice for. We come into practice, play hard, we work hard, and when we come out to the games, they bring a lot of energy.
It's a young team, with young legs, and you showed them at the defensive end tonight. Thanks, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.